In the previous presentation, we also learned how the United States intervened in Latin America in regards to the Spanish-American War. The U.S., of course, supported Cuba in its war of independence against Spain in the Spanish-American War. As a result, Cuba added to its constitution the Teller Amendment and the Platt Amendment. The Teller Amendment guaranteed Cuban independence, so gave Cuba its independence, and the Platt Amendment gave the U.S. certain economic interests in Cuba and a naval base, which of course is still there today. Also, as a result of the Spanish-American War, we acquired Puerto Rico. And this happened in the Treaty of Paris in 1898. Puerto Rico became a territory of the United States, and its people became citizens in 1917. So it wasn't until about 20 years later that Puerto Ricans became U.S. citizens. Also, we start to see further down in Central America, the United States becomes to get involved in this area because the U.S. would like to negotiate a canal treaty, an agreement to build a canal through Panama. Panama, of course, at this time is part of Colombia, and Colombia does not want to cooperate with the United States. So Panama has a revolution backed by the United States. Roosevelt supports Panama's revolution for independence using his big stick policy. So the canal is, after Panama gains its independence, the canal is built. It takes 10 years to build, from 1903 to 1914. And of course is an amazing engineering feat, but results in thousands of deaths from accident and disease. This map shows how the Panama Canal changed commerce and transport from the east coast to the west coast. You can see that prior to the Panama Canal, if you wanted to go from New York to San Francisco, you had to go all the way down south of the tip of South America. Once the Panama Canal was built, of course, there was a route that went directly through the middle there, through the country of Panama. This shows a kind of a closer view of the Panama Canal, and you can see in the blue line where the canal was dug. You can also see that there is a railway that runs parallel to it. These are some pictures from the construction of the Panama Canal. This is a current day picture of a cruise ship going through the Panama Canal. The United States was also involved in other areas of Latin America. For example, in 1909 and again in 1912, the United States sent troops to Nicaragua. In 1914, we sent troops to Mexico. In 1950, we sent troops to Haiti. In 1960, we sent troops to the Dominican Republic. And a little bit later, in 1924, we sent troops to Honduras. Also, about this time, we began to become involved. Also, during this time, the United States began to get involved in Asia, and so we'll talk about that in the next video.